Hey there, welcome. My name is Garrett Martin, your friendly creator of Ember, a new TTRPG or tabletop role-playing game that I'm putting out there for free. For free. If I ever do make money on this, I'm only going to be selling it for $1 to $5. My point here is not to make money, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. Ember everything starts at 1d4 for your damage. We do a d20 system where you're rolling to beat it, very similar to Dungeons and Dragons. It just feels good. It feels like something that a lot of people would already get the concept of. Whether you're coming from regular board games or you're just coming into a tabletop role playing game, it's an easy system to grasp. Roll the d20. Did I hit it or did I beat it? Yes, cool. What happens? Um, but everything starts at a D4. This is to try to help level out the playing field between casters and marshals. Um, Marshals have a lot more abilities now, but here's the thing: is I don't have any classes. There's none. There, you can't be a sorcerer, you can't be a warlock, you can't be a paladin, you can't be any of those. But you know what you can be? You can be what you want to be. That's how the game's set up. So there's no classes. Even down in the ancestry, there's no set ancestry right now. There's going to be some, but they're going to be just uh, kind of basic, because that's how it should be. You can't tell me that in all of the years of role playing, we don't have an ancestry system where I can pick what traits I want to have from the very start. I want to be able to maybe be a gnome that has grown up in the lower planes, or maybe the chaotic planes. What would that look like? What would I get? Or maybe I'm a demon that through generations we have been living in the upper planes. What would that do to my core of my ancestry? Or maybe I'm a simple human who somehow migrated to another plane of existence. What would that look like for me? I want to see that. And in Emberforge, you can't. You can be that. You want to be a goat centaur? Let's do that. Let's make a capitar. That sounds fun. But where's a capitar from? I don't know. You tell me. What's your imagination say? That's the whole point about role-playing games, is we are allowed to create a character that speaks our story at the time. And we are allowed to be vulnerable in our character creation. If you want to make that big hulking character, you can do that. If you want to make that little tiny guy or girl or person, you can do that. Why in this day and age is that not a more popular idea? It's a little bit more complicated, and it takes an extra couple of minutes maybe to look through everything and select what you want. That's fine. But character creation in Emberforge feels fun and it feels unique. One of my biggest problems with character creation is it just felt so limited, so I'm expanding that. Um, Also, with attacks and things like that, I mentioned before that in Emberforge they all start at 1d4. Well, you can level up your damage as you go along. At the end of every section, you're going to get amount of XP depending on how difficult the session was, and you can spend those experience points on things that matter to your character. Does your character not care about armor at all? Great, we can make that happen in Emberforge. Does your character just hit super hard? Perfect. Let's make that happen. Is your character just a reactionist, where if they get attacked, now their moves and their abilities are starting to happen, and maybe on their turns they're using those to buff up and heal their allies, but they have all this stuff in their back pocket to help make their gameplay a little bit more dynamic. Let's do that. Let's make those characters. And in Emberforge, you can. You can pick whatever you want, however you want. I hope that you want to play it, and I hope that you support it, and I hope that you like this. Um, Again, check out the Discord. The whole thing is free right now. Character sheets and the core rules as they stand right now, free. Play the game. Give me criticism. Let me know what you think, what you don't like, what you do like, how I can improve it. One thing, I'm never going to add classes. I am going to have some basic ancestries for people who want just a quick play guide. Done. I may have a quick play caster or quick play spellblade kind of thing or quick play martial. But from there, you're on your own. There's not going to be a paladin. There's not going to be a rogue. There's none of that. You get to create the character that you want to create. If you want to call yourself a rogue at your table, you call yourself a rogue. If you want to call yourself a paladin at your table, you call yourself a paladin. You be what you want to be. In Emberforge, you get that power. So yeah, I hope that this has been informative. I hope that I've delivered a somewhat clear and concise message. As you can see, I am very ill prepared for video. Um, you know, it is what it is. You know, we got to start somewhere. You start where you're at, and then you improve from there. That's a big philosophy of mine. Nobody's perfect. Nobody knows everything off the start. Nobody's going to be able to figure out the world in one day. Neither am I. So I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable. And a side note, you can stop the video here if you want. That's the whole point of role playing, is to be vulnerable. You know, every time that we create a character, we're telling a story. Whether it's a story that we've made up or it's a story that's near and dear to our heart. You know, it's something that we're trying to work through. We should be able to do that. And being vulnerable is a big part of it. And I'm going to be vulnerable with you. You know, right now, I'm speaking to you. You know, everything is learned, everything is an experience. So it's okay not to be perfect. As you can see by this video and by the state of the alpha, it's okay not to be perfect. As long as we're trying to improve every day, that's the important part. So again, check out the Discord. There's a Patreon as well. I don't have anything set up on it yet. I'm one guy learning how to do all this off the cuff. So yeah, I hope that you want to come and join me on this adventure. Maybe I'll do a live play sometime and we'll play Emberforge. Maybe people from the community, or maybe my family will all have like a little live play session. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You let me know what you want. But again, please give me feedback on this. I want to make a game that feels good. And I think that I'm close, but I can only do what I can do. And I can only see the game through my eyes. And with feedback, if you'll give that to me, which please give me your feedback, I can make this better. Again, it's free. You're not out of anything except for a couple minutes of your time. So, all right. You have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked it or you want to see more and stay up to date, make sure you like and subscribe. Have a great day. And I don't have a tagline to close it. So, bye.